everybody, and welcome. This is our 70th episode. 70. Can you believe it? My name is Omar, and welcome to Do We Really Know Them? We have a wonderful guy. I'll show you the picture here on the flyer. Nicholas, we're going to bring him in. It is midnight. It is Monday morning early. Let's bring him on. 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome to the program. Good evening to you, or good night, or good morning.
Hi, Omar. Yes. Thanks for having me here.
Awesome. I'm excited to have you. How are you today?
Good. It's the beginning of the day, and it's closing to our Chinese Spring Festival, so I'm excited.
Awesome. And then also, isn't it Chinese New Year? I think, is that right? I heard somewhere.
Well, yes, the traditional Chinese New Year.
What day was that? Was that in February, or when was it?
Yeah, February the 18th.
Oh, the 18th. Oh, okay. Oh, it's actually coming up, the 18th, in a couple of
Yes.
days. Oh, amazing. So tell us, what is your full name and where are you from?
Nicolas Yuan. I'm from Shanghai, China.
Oh, amazing. So you were born and raised there. Awesome. All right. First question. What is one thing you like about your city? The city that you are
Nice.
living in, for our viewers.
It's a hometown. So I think what I love most is its peacefulness, because it came from the countryside, and in the last 20 years it was a tremendous change, from the countryside to a city. But still, because there are not a lot of people in my sorry, I think I misunderstood this question. The city is Shanghai, but I live in the outskirts. So the city itself, Shanghai, I think I like most is it's a financial center. It brings people a lot of opportunities here. So I can see, if I go to the downtown Shanghai, I saw a lot of foreigners, and they're working there. So in the foreign companies which I worked for, I have the opportunity to, all the convenience to meet them in this city, right? If in other cities, sometimes they don't go there. So that's what I like.
Gotcha.
All in all, it's confidence. It's the convenience of this place, Shanghai.
So are you saying you're about 20 minutes or 20 miles from Shanghai, in your city, in your town now?
You still remember? It's like 40 kilometers.
Oh, 40 kilometers.
Actually.
Oh, amazing. And then that's the city you said that developed in 20 years, right? It developed and you changed.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
How did it change? Like what things in that city changed from there? Like more buildings, more restaurants? What happened that changed in 20 years?
So I live in the southern part of Shanghai.
Yeah.
And similar to the eastern part of Shanghai, everything almost like a break. They built from ground up. In the past, it was zero. It was just the farming area, and everything was built from ground up.
Oh wow,
that was great.
And how was that? How was growing up seeing that? Like you're seeing that. This was in the 2000s too, right? Like 2006, 2000, right? There was nothing there. It was hard.
Yes.
And you were probably young, but you remember that. How did you feel about that? Oh no, what's happening? We're having buildings here.
It's you have like different feelings over the time. First, it was amazing when you first living in the downtown in the summer days. There are mosquitoes, right? You cannot get them out of that. But if you live in a city side, in an apartment like this, mosquitoes are away, so you feel great. However, over the past few years, when I miss the past, when there are rivers and you can fish, I could fish, and there's no regulation at all. You can run wherever you go and play with your friends. And it's very countryside things. You maybe don't know that sometimes, for example, catching the cicadas and then cook them,
Ah,
in a way that, it's you bring all these raw materials and make a fire, kind of fire, uh, what's it called? A oven, some fire, and then you cook the cicadas you just got from the trees, some kind of
ah,
things. Just miss all this, young, a lot of things that you made in a young kind of thing.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Apologize that I haven't spoken English for a long time.
No, no, you're good. You're good.
It's
Yeah,
I'm
you're
stuck.
awesome. You're doing well. You're doing well. Awesome. All right, amazing. All right, let's continue here. Okay, what are some fun activities that you enjoy in your free time, either in your city or someplace? I mean, we all like to have fun. What do you like to do? Ride a bike? Walk? What do you like to do for fun?
So, well, I would say today the most enjoy part is I think discussing the books, or with my community. So, for your information, that I have a third space. There are a lot of things that's under that concept. So there are three pillars. First, the third space, I allow my students to come here, and I will give them some tutoring on English, mainly the reading, writing, and speaking. That's one part. The other
Mhm.
part, I think, is the book club. So this is kind of I would say, like, it's non-profit organization, but organized by myself. So the book club works like this way. So there are a community about like 10 people. So we read books during the week,
Mm.
and in the weekends we get together here and we discuss what they have learned from the book. But we just don't just read the books. We Because every book we are picked for the situations that might work for their life. For
Oh,
example, for example, that every people, they're afraid to show up in the public, speak publicly,
obviously.
because they might
Yeah,
feel people will judge them somehow. So
yeah.
we read a book, The Courage to be Disliked. And then, for example, then we read the book, we discuss what, stroke us the most, what you've learned from book. And then over the time, weeks by weeks, we will track that, how the book has made an influence to you in your life. And then for this, it's like ongoing. And the next week we talked about, oh, we all have this new situation, how to solve that. Then we read another book. So it's like ongoing, new books, new solutions, and it's the community that help you to grow and to learn from each other, to encourage each other. That's the second pillar, the book club. And the third part is more about like a meditation group, the focus group, when we read and we just do things together, but without too much conversations. We try to make each other, like, holding each other accountable. For example, so every time we come here, let's say 1 hour, we each people have to tell others what's the object you're gonna um, to fulfill in the next 1 hour. There were like two breaks in between, but the key idea is to keep focused and let others to help you, hold you accountable. So in this way, right, so everyone is like reading, you are not likely to hold a phone to do other things. So it's a
Amazing.
focus group.
I
So
love
the
that.
three
So you
things.
have the book club, but you also have the yoga meditation club, which is amazing. And we're going to talk about that too. Let me just say hello to Alex in the audience here. He is joining us from Boston. Alex, I've seen him around. So pleasure to be here. Thank you for joining us. And he is saying, starting my side hustle. I believe you were on the Don Cohen show years ago. I remember seeing you there. So Nicholas, tell us a book. What is the book you're currently reading right now to help motivate people? Is there a title and people can know what it is? What is it? And it's in English, right? You guys read it in English?
Yes, mostly the Chinese version of the English book. They're all great. The
Yeah.
book that I am reading now is the Art of War.
Art of War.
By Sun. Yes, Art of War. It's a great book.
Yeah.
Before that, it was actually a funny name, The War of Art. That was also a
The
very
War of
impressive
Art.
book.
They switched the name.
Yeah, no. Yes, but the idea is different. The other
Oh.
book is talking about. It's talking about that's the resistance. If you want to achieve something, why you
Yes.
couldn't achieve that? It's about the war of art. The art can be anything. For example, you have can be like calligraphy or something you want to do. Let's say losing your weight. It can be an art, right? And the idea is how you can make a war to the goal that you wanted to achieve, things like that. But the book that I'm reading currently is the Art of War. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, great. We're going to get to more questions. Leslie joining us here. She's saying hello to you. She does Thinking Grow Rich Mondays and Fridays, another show, Mind Over Monday, I believe, 11. I've been on her, watched her show, many shows, many times, but she's been on the show as well. She's from North Carolina. And amazing. Mondays and Fridays, remember, 11 a.m. Eastern, joining us. And also, yes, he was on the Donald Cohen show. I remember him. And I think this is a Chinese word, right? Sun.
Yes. Sun Tzu.
What is that? Do you know what that is? Sun.
Sun Tzu. Actually, it's Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu.
What is it?
This guy is he's a how to say that? He's let's say in this way, he specialized in winning a war. What is the title for that?
Winning a war.
How to make the strategy to a war and then arrange and apply all these tactics to win a war. He is the master and I think the first person who really wrote the art, the war, how to win a war, and it's very famous, and it was, how can I put it? It's like the top. It's in the pyramid.
Oh,
yeah.
Did he write it?
Yes.
He wrote it. Yeah, he did write the book, right? Art of
Yes,
War.
he wrote.
Okay,
yes.
Amazing. Oh, excellent. And then he says, not reading anything, full-blown creator mode. Awesome. But yeah, I love that, Nicholas, that you're actually doing those groups and you can motivate people. Can people join those, or are those local groups? The ones that you do with book club?
Currently, it's very local. Actually, it's very close circle today. But if someone is interested, I'm willing to explore, because all the community, my community, they want to practice their English. And if there's opportunities to create a bigger group, can help each other, to learn each other, I'm willing to, create this kind of
but I think it's better to meet in-person events and book that rather than online is getting boring because you're isolated. So let's go on to the next one. Give us 2 places that you really enjoy traveling, and give us 2 places that you really enjoy somewhere. So what are some places that you enjoy?
Well, I think I traveled 2 places that had great memory. One is the Thailand. Yes, the other one is the United States, California. I went for the California, I went to UC Berkeley. It was an amazing experience because before that, the Chinese university, it's kind of like in a small, like a square, and all the things are located inside. But the UC Berkeley, it's like the whole places is the university. That's different. And we went to a street where I went there with my ex-boss. It's fun that he invited me to do the things that it couldn't in China. There, I think like marijuana was allowed in that place, but it's put
In the
in very
on the campus? On the campus?
no, it's like the street. If you go outside of the gate of the university, you have a street. You can
Oh.
buy everything. So that's fun. I don't think it's harmful, but it gives some kind of like feeling. And when we buy a bar of chocolate, we ate and we went back to the university. It's like we are like hysterically speaking to each other and laughing each other. And it's
I'm
just
gonna
give
share.
you a memory.
I'm gonna share my screen
Yes.
here and show people Berkeley here. So let me.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So this is Berkeley here, right?
Yes,
In
yes,
California.
yes.
Okay. So yeah,
Yes.
that's amazing. I believe, where is that? What city is that in? That's San Francisco Bay Area. So Leslie Flowers lived there. I believe she lived in San Francisco. Maybe she knows about this Berkeley. Have you been to Berkeley, Leslie Flowers? Tell us more about your experience there. So you smoked something there while you're there, right?
Yeah, the chocolate bar, no smoke. Chocolate bar, they have something inside. And
Yeah.
what's funny is that we lost ourselves in the university, and we saw different things. Let's say, for example, we saw the robots, and we were talking to the robots, which actually never gave any feedback. The robot wanted to trespass us, and that was fun. And then what we did,
So what type of
we
robots?
lost.
What do you mean robots? Like were
It's
they
kind of
AI
like
robots? What were they used for?
autonomous.
Huh?
It's an autonomous robot. I think it's trying to it's like a mobile, what's it called today, driverless cars, but it's just a square, like something like a round.
Oh, okay.
It's like a trash can. It's like a trash can.
Uh-huh. Got
And a
it.
trash can.
Basically a moving trash can, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
Kind of.
I think I've seen those in the movies and stuff. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's something like in a movie. And
Great.
what else?
Yeah. And then okay, so you said San Francisco and then also Thailand, or the two. Awesome. Let's continue to the next. Okay.
Yes.
What's the first thing you listen for during a multi-stakeholder discovery call? What's the first thing you would do?
First thing I listen or I do.
Listen.
For.
Yeah. When you're in a call with a stakeholder, because you are involved in many businesses, right? And so
yes,
into that, what's the first thing in terms of listening to a great stakeholder? When you discover somebody there, what's something important about them?
I would say any meeting, when we join, the first thing you keep on top of your mind is what's the goal you're gonna to achieve in this meeting, and when we walk out of the meeting, what is the metrics to measure whether you have achieved that? That has to be on top of the mind. Anything you say, you listen, you do is to align with that goal. So, for example, sometimes we will have small talks, but you have to lead that small talks to some extent, right? You keep this like rapport with your customer, the stakeholders, but you always keep in mind sometimes you have to listen outside, listen what's outside of the tune. For example, today we had the meeting, we have a good talk, and from the feelings, from the tunes, they're happy or not, and then you follow this like kind of like the flow.
Yes,
I think that's one thing. I think like listening is the key part, and the other part is all about like asking questions and don't talk too much,
Yes,
listen.
that's good.
That's what I think is the most important thing. Others, yeah, I just follow. Sometimes, you lose track of something.
Yeah.
If that's not important, slowly bring them back to the goals that you want to reach.
Yes.
So yeah, preparation is beforehand, and then as long as you reach the goals, and then it's more about focusing on their personal goals. Sometimes that's
Yeah.
also important because you help each other, especially in um, a complex project. Everyone has their goals to reach, and once you have addressed the key part, and then you have to realize that you have to also compensate um, or to know each one's goal. In this moment, everyone come to a meeting not just agreement, but sometimes to address this disagreement, and
Yes.
then yeah, follow the flow.
Amazing, amazing. All right, perfect. Let's continue. Okay. What's your go-to move when the client says, "I'm not sure this is the right time"? If somebody says, like, let's say you have a meeting with somebody, and then they say, "I'm not sure this is the right time." A lot of people say that they don't want to get involved or they want to move on.
Mhm.
Well, while you think about that, I want to say hello to Coach Carrie Willis. I connected with her recently. I helped to learn more about her. I listen for compassion for others. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for joining us. Where are you joining us from? Please let us know, and we will get to know you more. All right, Nicholas, what do you think?
Mhm. Yes, not sure this is the right time. I think it depends on the person.
Yeah,
The one thing that I've learned is, the nonviolent communication is
non-violent.
that,
Yeah,
yes, is once they are not sure something, they maybe have some needs that has not yet be um, what's it called, the need to be satisfied. Let's say they're afraid of something, right?
yeah,
So in this part, it depends on it's business or not business. If it's not business, uh, I think it's just to um, move it next time. Sometimes it depends on your relationship, but in business, sometimes it's actually a good opportunity to listen. Um, you will try to sometimes ask whether this is the issue, why it's not the right time.
hmm
Um, and if you are pointing to the right um, direction, sometimes, especially in our culture, they will agree, and you have to then make things specific. Um, right time, right? And one thing is that you sometimes, right, in this case, you talk about the reason, and this is also the opportunity to ask when is the right time. It depending how you ask, but if you let if you help it, if it's like open communication, if someone don't want to say, right, you saved him or her, and afterwards you have to ask the next time, because if you never ask, there's no commitment, the
yes,
question is gone.
I agree
And
with you. Yeah,
yes, you allow that to happen, but it's a good opportunity to circumvent and find another opportunity, because you saved him. This is the best opportunity to ask the reason why, afterward, right?
yes,
um so I think that the key thing is you never let things go if it's important, if it's related to your final goal. Don't let
amazing.
it go. Yeah,
Awesome. All
I would
right,
say
we're
that.
gonna let's continue here and appreciate that. Oh, he's joining us from Indiana. Actually, the first connection from Indiana. Thank you, Carrie, for joining us. If you ever join me here, I'd love to bring you on the stage one day. If a client is not sure, I usually show empathy first and walk with them. I don't pull or drag anyone. Yes, that's a good way to do it, definitely. Take
Yes.
it nice and slow, and follow up with them and all that. And then I have to say, somebody here Barbara says hi. Remember me? I've seen you here, but I actually honestly don't remember who you actually are. But thank you for joining us. PM me your picture or something. I want to know who you are. Are you on LinkedIn? But thank you for joining us. You're amazing. Okay, we do have a few more questions. Typically, it's about 30 minutes here, so let's go to this one. Okay, of all the roles you have undertaken, which is the most fulfilling career that you've ever taken? I know in your profile you've listed a number of them. Which career is your favorite and why? You're teaching, you do different businesses and stuff like that. You work for corporations. Tell us the name of the company and why was that so fulfilling for you?
For me, it was the AdBug experience when I was the product manager and the product director afterwards.
Yeah,
Why it's so fulfilling is my boss at that time, he supported me
amazing.
a lot. That's first thing. Secondly, that he allowed me to take risks because we always made a decision together, and he allowed me to do a lot of experimenting, especially in product, right?
Yeah,
You sometimes messed up, I messed up, and then sometimes he will be unhappy, but he always supported me to solve the
yeah,
problems. It feels like you are in a pirate ship, right? You can do a lot of things,
yeah.
and he supported me.
Wow.
And you can juggle out. You can do a lot of experiment so that you can learn quickly, learn a lot. I, as a product manager, sometimes you have a lot of requirements, coming from these clients, which one to go first, how to prioritize, and do you have for example, sometimes technical challenges, what things to do. There were a lot of things to consider, but having a great boss, you know, um, well, you feel happy, you feel courageous. That's the interesting thing. And I have a lot of colleagues together, and we can make things, from zero. So
Yes,
that's the most fulfilling part.
I agree with you. That's amazing. Yes, the boss, the colleagues, and the environment is what makes the culture. Not the work. I mean, the work could be
Yes,
hard, could be difficult. And if the culture, if they make you feel welcomed, if they're happy, they want to check on you. That's the main thing about the company. And so that's amazing
exactly.
for that, Nicholas. That's awesome. How long ago was that when you worked for this company?
It was 6 years. It's a great
Ah,
ride.
are you still with them? You're still with them.
No, 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 no. I
Ah,
left it. I
ah,
left.
okay. What's the quickest way you can build trust with a brand new client?
Brand
Quickest way.
new clients. I think professionalism.
Professional.
So professionalism, because account manager, client service manager, those managers are the post sales phase. So it's actually the moment when the client use your product, and then when they have questions, when they have problems, they will find you, and you are the one to solve the problems for them. Sales are the sales part. The account part is always to make sure that their problems can be addressed as soon as possible. So your professionalism is the first thing that can help to build brand, to build the trust. For example, sometimes the you are working for the whole team, and for the ones who actually do the work, they want you to be trustable because you can solve the problems, and they will help to bring that. I would say that um, they have the good feelings. They will tell their boss, and you will have a great image around the team. So that's the first. And I think the other thing is that you take serious. I think like it's their challenges is your challenge. You solve their problems, you take care of others. It's same kind of like a relationship with a girlfriend or boyfriend. She has a
Yeah.
problem, you solve the problem. You're like, you can be everyone, you're the hero for them. So then over time, the trust will be built, but professionalism is the first.
Amazing, amazing. Yep, I agree with that. And I'm going to sit here to Coach Carey. And also, I just want to share something. We are actually in that time period where we have reached the 30 minute. We are at the mark that is overtime. That means you are a wonderful guest, and we're going to continue with you with a couple more questions. We made it over the 30-minute mark. That means you are one of those special guests, and we will continue with you with a couple more questions before we end. Hey, okay. I worked as a mentor for an after school program and was a public school teacher. Public school teachers, amazing, amazing people. Amazing job, Carrie. And my most fulfilling career is my current one, which is helping people retire with dignity. Amazing that you're doing that. That's awesome. That's awesome. And she comes in here says, I agree with the professionalism that matters. And then one quote from here. I think the quickest way to build trust is to find out what matters to them, find out their goals, and develop a plan with them to help them reach their goal. Amazing. I want to say yesterday I was actually delivering a package, returning some computers from my previous job. I got a new job. And when I stepped into this, mail, they call FedEx. Do you guys have FedEx there? FedEx, yeah. So I went in and I said, I'm going to return the package. The guy was like, hello, buddy. How can I help you? And he was smiling and he was happy. You want this? And here you go, boss. So he gave me that. He actually treated me well. And I said, remember that I came out smiling. And so having like that service, it's amazing because we need those kind of people. And coming in there, it's just amazing. Isn't that right, Nicholas?
Yes, yes.
Awesome, awesome. All right. And here is a wonderful friend, Zana, joining us. Hello, great insight, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll be doing some more specials with her soon. And very amazing connection. Joining us from Facebook. I'm glad Facebook is working now. I know sometimes they had those issues before in the past. And amazing. All right. Nicholas, you've been an amazing guest. Okay, think about this question while I look at the guests here. Okay, what is one movie or one book that you extend out that people might read? I know you mentioned The Art of War. That's the one you're reading. Is there a particular one? I know movies can be exaggerated and movies can be something that people not want to really focus on. But if that's the case, is there a movie or a book that you would recommend people to read? We have, I think, 2 more questions after this.
Yeah. I think if I were to pick one, it should be the book that the courage to be disliked. I used to be very shy and sometimes think being a yes man. So the problems comes, a lot of people come to me. I never reject, and sometimes I overworked a lot. Is because I don't know how to reject. I thought that if I reject, then the relationship will be over. That's one of the top challenges for being an account manager or account service manager, kind of all these roles. I realized, after reading that book, I realized that people, it's kind of like different. The people, you have a goal to reach, and everyone has their goals. Sometimes others' judgment is not that important if they are not helping. Sometimes you have your lesson. I don't know how to translate it in English, but the key idea is that I have my goal, and if anyone come into my way to some extent, it doesn't relate to me. And if they're not helping, I don't really sometimes to even regard that at all. It sometimes goes to extreme that you can be impolite. There's another book I would say that it's called If You Say No, You Will Not Regret.
If you say
that's
no.
two books. I hear that why life is too short, and you have your goals, and why you listen to others. Sometimes they're complaining, whatever they say, just don't listen too much.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
what I learned.
absolutely. That could
Yeah.
be, as the more people you have, the more connections, the more you want to try to be a people pleaser, and that's sometimes good, sometimes bad. But that's a good one. So, what's the book? If we say no, we don't care. What was the name of the title?
If I say no, I will not regret.
If I say
I,
no,
I will not feel guilty. I will not feel guilty. I will not feel
can
guilty.
can you find the book and put the link in there? Uh, See if you
Yes,
can find the
yes.
book there. While you do that, I want to say a couple of comments here from Coach Carey. Man, this is great. We usually are here for 30 minutes, but you've been a great guest, and actually supposed to have another guest, but they canceled. And so we'll be almost done here for a little bit and then reschedule them. And so Coach Carey says here, for people starting a journey of self-development, I recommend reading The Mountain is You by Brianna Weist, I think. Yeah, Weist. Um, okay, she says also, I also recommend Awareness. Okay, that's a good book there. It's a great book of enlightenment, self awareness, happiness, and clarity. Okay, awesome, awesome. And then Xana comes here with becoming a legacy leader, standing together for that against cancer. Okay, and then I see you put the book in here. There it is. Okay, I'm going to share it here for you. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me just share the screen. Oh, wow, that's amazing. I'm going to show the people about this book here. There we go. This one. Okay, let's see if we can see it. Let me remove this and put this on stage. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, when I say no, I feel guilty. Yes, a lot of people do feel guilty, but it's okay to say no sometimes, right? And the more people you have, I feel like it's okay to say no, kind of thing. Definitely something that we can look at. So it's free for the Audible, but then it can go with that. So it's not a bad deal, not bad price here. If you like to gather more, there's so many self-help books that are out there. That's amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. We're almost done. And okay, now tell us about you. There's this question: who is Nicholas? What is Nicholas all about? And we will almost end it.
Nicholas is a person who had been in the intersection of the advertising tech, ad tech, and the other tech, education and technology. So I worked as product manager. So I built products both sides and trying to help people to either like save money through or measurement through ad tech. But overall, I'm just a normal person. I think nothing
Good to know.
special.
Good to know you're a normal person. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's like a normal person. Nothing
Okay.
special.
Okay, great. And one more thing here. I was gonna say a shout out to my grandmother. Actually, my grandmother turns 93 today. That's her right there. She's 93 this today. And so, happy birthday to my grandma. I will get her talk to her later today. Happy birthday to her. I want to shout out to her.
Happy birthday.
All right. And the last question we asked everybody: if I were to create a product or a concept to benefit humanity, what would it be? What would you want to benefit?
Create a product or concept to be benefit humanity. What would it be, right?
Some people said like create some glasses to make people happy. Some people said some kind of a product to get rid of addictions, something like that. So, what would you want to do in terms of helping them? Now, you are a guest 70, 69 people all said different things. I've had 70 guests before you, 69 guests before you. They all said different things. So, it could be an idea, a concept, something to help humanity that hasn't been helped already.
I think it's close to the AI. I think
AI.
a lot of challenges today we have is how to live, freedomly without too much concern about the demand, right? The safety, the food, and the time. The most precious is the time.
Yeah.
We have one life to live. What if there's something like the AI, they can solve all the problems and let us to enjoy the life, have time with our families, and be able to really enjoy the life. I think that's the benefit. Just enjoy the life, because I, in the last 3 years, it's my gap years, I really enjoyed my life because I had more time to work with my son. For example, every day I can have time to, after he goes after school, I can play basketball, swimming, sometimes skateboarding, all sorts of sports, and it's that's quality time. And the same
Amazing.
applies to holidays. My wife is like is a teacher, so she had the time, I had the time, my son has time. We have like a very long summer holiday, and that's the most important things in life I didn't realize when I was like working. So yeah, any
Yeah.
products that can save time, I think it's benefiting our humanity.
And exactly, something to have time and to spend time with the people, right? Because that's something that's very important, right? That's needed. And amazing. How old is your son, by the way? Your son?
10.
10.
10.
He's a 10-year. Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing. That's awesome. I'm sure he's okay. We have come to the end of the program today. Appreciate you joining us here on the program. We have a couple more comments here. Make a 4-day work week, and for people to have family time. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Your
Yes.
closing thoughts. Thank you, Nicholas, for being on the program. No, guest number 70. What are your closing thoughts? Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for everyone who's on this show. I think it's amazing, and thank you for Omar to organize this thing. I think you are so proactive. I wanted to do similar things, but I think over time I will do something like that. It's in public.
Amazing. Yes, yes. If you need help, let me know. We'll be maybe I can be your first guest. Let me know there.
Yeah.
But in China time, it has to be either well, you can do it your morning, my night. I'm okay with that. Right now it's nighttime, my morning. So that we can do that. So if you want, we can talk. You have my number, and we can think about doing a show and help you out with collaborating with that. And if you want, I can give you a referral link. And then you get a discount to creating one. But we'll talk about that. Appreciate you being guest number 70. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break. We were supposed to have another guest coming in. She canceled. So hopefully we will reschedule her. She's in the UK. Her name is Zara. But an interesting connection. I had some questions about her that I've known for a while. And so we will hopefully reschedule her. We're going to take some break. We'll have another episode in March. And because we have Ramadan coming up, we're going to take some breaks, holy time for us, fasting and reflecting about. So that's a good time for reflecting about humanity. Think about humanity, not eating as well, but also you're thinking about the world and thinking what it is. And so it's a good reflection. So I appreciate you being here. I'm going to play the outro. Stick with me for a second here while I play the outro, and we'll say our goodbyes privately. See you in a bit, Nicholas.